Thank you for tuning in to Prettyboy Talk, where I talk, you listen, and the perspective is always changing. Welcome to another episode of Pretty Boy Talk, where I talk, you listen, and the perspective is always changing. And today, you guys will be talking about faking motivation until it shows up. So, throughout my college experience, you guys, I was lazy. I ain't gonna lie. When I first got to college after COVID, I'm in that. Let me stop lying. When I first got to college after COVID, I was very serious about school. Like I was in that thing. I mean, I would wake up, get the work done before I left out the room, and I would go and enjoy myself because I knew I had everything accomplished and done. And then as time went by, I was on the cheer team. We had started to have a full season for sophomore year, and I just felt unmotivated. I was genuinely tired. I genuinely was tired of just cheer was like a full-time job, and it felt like work. Work. And it's like I was unmotivated. Like I still was getting my work done, but then as it went on, I just became more and more unmotivated. Like even within your job, even within your career, even within this podcast, I try to motivate myself every day. And sometimes you have to fake it until you make it. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we don't want to do anything. Who wants to work on a floating rock when everything should be free? Everything should be, just wonderful and glorious and glamorous because the world is beautiful. We should all want to strive to live freely, like literally free. But instead, we have to work, we have to do different things. So let's talk about motivation. So I have a question from a viewer from Dr. Heavenly from Atlanta, and she asked, what's the best trick to get started? And so, what I have to do to myself is really just write it down. Like, that's the best way for me to get it started is to write it down, to see it, and to say it out loud. Because when you just keep it up here and you like, okay, your brain is always thinking about something, always moving, always, I need to do this, that, and the third, this is that, and the third. It's like write down a list of things and say, hey, this is what I need to do. Regardless of what comes in the way, this will get done. Like this morning, I'm up early, handling business, getting things done. I looked around, I said, you know what? It's 6 o'clock. I'm finna get up. I'm finna start doing something productive because I want to go out later. And with that being said, let me get up and start moving. I also told you guys about my 75-day hard, which is motivating me. Like you have to get motivated to go to the gym. You got to work out 2 times a day. You got to take a selfie, read nonfiction books, which I am struggling with. So everybody's journey is different. It might not be the 75-day hard specifically about it, but it's like it's specific to what I'm going through right now in my life and how my life is set up, but I'm still getting up and being motivated to strive to do what I need to do for this particular thing that I want to do to see results. And in order to see results, you have to remain motivated. And in order to remain motivated, sometimes you have to fake it till you make it. So to get started, sometimes you just have to do. It's not even a think, it's a do. Get up, do it, move. Let me handle this. Like you probably sitting here watching YouTube, watching me right now, which I'm glad you're doing. Continue to do so. But you're probably sitting here watching me right now, and it's probably something that you could, should, and need to be doing. And it's like, "Oh, I don't have the motivation. I'll do it later. I'm tired." Ugh. And it's something that possibly could benefit you in the best way possible, and you're missing it, putting it on the side because you're not motivated. Baby, if you don't fake that and say, you know what? Let me get this done. If it's not affecting your overall health, if it's not overall turning you just every which way but loose, get up, get it done, and get the moving. Like, because guess what? The winner of the race is not about how fast you get it done. It's about the quality in which it's done. And when you move in which, let me move in which I want to see results. I want to see better for myself. And that could go for anything. Motivation is for anything. 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 You know what I'm saying? Because you can apply motivation to everything. Being motivated with a hobby, being motivated with your education, being motivated with your job, being motivated. Like being motivated is easier said than done. I understand that because I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been motivated to get on the Pretty Boy Talk because I've been tired. I've been working on EdCPA. I've been working on finding a job, which I thought I had, but maybe I don't have. I've been working on different things. I allow other people to motivate me. That's how I started as well. That's why I started getting up looking for a new job, looking for more income, looking for better opportunities that could help me develop my career. People motivated me. I told you guys about the people from Atlanta. They motivated me. They might have been weird, but it motivates me to see other affluent individuals doing their thing and moving how they need to move. Why can't I do the same? Why can't I work just as hard? Why can't I put in just enough work just to get to where I need to be, where I want to be, and where I see myself being? I'm not comparing my life to them, but I see where I want to go. So if other people can, gain these particular things, why can't I? I have God on my side, the biggest and the baddest. So why not? You know, why not? So first, you got to start. So I have Javante from Chicago, and he wants to know: have you ever faked motivation for a whole day? Ooh, I mean, college is a perfect example for that. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to go to class. I don't want to go to practices when I was on the cheer team. Didn't want to go. Didn't want to go to the events. Didn't want to go to the week long stuff that we had going on. I mean, I'm gonna say I didn't want to go. I enjoyed the experiences, but it was like a full time job. And it's like you had as a cheerleader, you gotta stay motivated because you're a cheerleader. Hey, stay. You gotta cheat. Hey, stay. Hey. You gotta do all that extra stuff, all the extra things, just to stay motivated. And the only way I could stay motivated throughout those things is just understanding my why. And that's another thing. Like, wow, understanding your why. When you go back to your why, you have no choice but to be motivated. You have no choice but to continue to do what it is that you need to do because you have a reasoning behind it. If it ain't no reasoning, what are you doing it for? What is your why? Why am I doing this? Why do I need to stay motivated? Because of this why. Your why should take over everything. Like, why am I doing this? Oh, I'm doing this because such, and such and such. That's the motivation right there. Your why. So keep that in mind. Figure out your why. Because many people tell me if I want to move to Atlanta, if I want to move to North Carolina, what is your why? And when you do go and it might not go the way that you might expect. Why? My reasoning for coming to Alabama State in Montgomery, Alabama. What was my why? I had my why because I was motivated to come to Alabama State and I was motivated to complete Alabama State because of my why. And you should have one as well. The next question is from Loriana from Oregon, and it asks, "When does faking it backfire?" Faking it can backfire when does faking it backfire? That's a good question, Loriana. I feel like faking it backfires when the quality of in which you're doing it, in which you're what you're doing and having motivation for, in the quality, it doesn't match. That's when it can backfire. When the quality of work or quality of um, the input that you put in, if it's not great, if it's not authentic, if it's not, I'm not even gonna say authentic because you have to kind of fake it. But if it's like half arse, then we kind of got to reevaluate. Like, if I'm going to be putting half effort, like, motivation means sometimes you just not feeling it today. And you just got to get up and go to the gym. But if you're going to get up and go to the gym, and then the quality and the work that you're putting in the work that you're putting in the gym is not adding up, what, why are you there? Back to that why. So it's like, then it's not benefiting you. So it's backfiring because you're putting in time and you're faking this motivation to do something, but you're not putting in the full work behind that motivation. Motivation has to be fueled and powered by something as well. Motivation is powering something, but it also has to be fueled and powered. It's like a train and a cycle. When you're motivated to get up and go do something, you can't not put your best foot forward. Because, like I said, your why. If you don't have a why behind it, why are you doing it? You shouldn't even fake the motivation. Like, I feel like if you're going to fake motivation and fake it till you make it, that's because it's something that you want to do. You just don't feel like doing it. But if it's not something you just completely want to do, don't do it because it will backfire because it's not it's not something you want to do. It's not authentic. It's not something you want to do. Like, I don't feel like going to the gym all the time. But with the 75-day hard, I have to have the motivation to get up and go. But if I'm gonna go and sit and play around and not do anything, what's the point of having the motivation? What's the point of having the why, which I'm going? So I hope you guys are taking in what I'm saying. It was a lot, and I hope you guys kind of understand what I'm saying because I want to make sure that this is understood. Because there's so many avenues, so many things we could be doing. It's just I don't feel like it is a situation where it brings a lot of people and set a lot of people back. And that whole I don't feel like it mindset is working against you. And even though you might not feel like it, sometimes you have to fake that motivation, push yourself, and go after what you want. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy this topic. I hope you guys take in what I'm saying because we're gonna keep holding each other accountable. Like I said, I don't feel like going to the gym, but that's something I got to get up and do. So, I hope you guys start somewhere. And even if you have to fake that motivation for a day, to get up and go to class, to get up and go to practice, to get up and handle every single thing you need to handle because it won't harm you. It's only going to benefit you in the end, unless it is harm you. But more than likely, it won't. So allow yourself to be pushed. Allow yourself to go outside your comfort zone. Allow yourself to not be stagnant. Fake it until you make it because eventually you will, as long as you keep putting your best foot forward. Don't allow it to backfire. Keep putting in good quality of work, and let's keep pushing to be better people. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Pretty Boy Talk, where I talk, you listen, and the perspective will change because who knows, I might talk about something different in the same context and they might have a different opinion on it, but that's because every day our mindsets are always changing. Thank you guys for tuning in.